Hey! So, it's going to be a bit of a slower one today. I'm just going to go through, I've got a bunch of these wallets that I'm making up ready for an online market, so I'm just going to gradually show through some of them. I've had a bit of a wobbly day, so I don't know how long I'm going to be on, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so I'm just going to start working our way through. Again, as I said, I don't know how chatty I'm going to be in that, but we'll jump on. That helps if I turn the machine on. So I just do the line the top stitch in. Oh, help if I could actually see the chat, wouldn't it? Oh, there we go. Doing great timing. Music a bit loud. Okay, how do I do that? That one? I think. No? Oh, there we go. That's the music. There we go. How's that? Alright. Okay. Have I gone too far in the wrong direction now? Okay. Alright. Just trim my threads. So on these ones I'm not pulling my threads through, I just did a back stitch. So I can just trim my threads as they are. And I'm just going to stitch my tag on. Probably should have shortened my stitch length a little bit for these, but I always make that mistake. I always forget to do that. No. Yeah, we're doing a little tiny stitch because it's going to bother me if I don't. No. Okay. So this one I will pull through. Now you're going to get to see me struggle to tie a knot. See, sometimes I think I'm completely on top of everything with my hands, and then I try to tie a basic knot, and it all goes to pot. Just trim those, and then I'll give them a bit of a meltdown to make sure. So make sure we put them in the right order. We don't want to put the bottom one on first, do we? So I've already put all my tape on ahead of time, just to try and save a little bit of time and faff. But you still get to watch me attempt to peel the backing off double-sided tape again, which seems to be a theme in these. Okay. So I've already drawn my line, just because I don't want to go giving out any pattern measurements or anything. So I'm just going to top stitch across there. I'm going to stitch the zipper on. Now, do I need to switch to a narrow foot? That's the question. I'm not going to, and that's probably a decision I'm going to end up regretting. But I'll do it anyway. Just because I can't be bothered to really faff with it. Let's pull that through. Put my needle down, move my zipper across. And land in the pot we started in. And again we pull threads through. Can't hear music at all now. See, I'm just going to keep going back and forth, too loud to too quiet, aren't I? Alright, I've put it up again if you let me know how it is. That's fine now. Perfect. Let's have a look. Okay. Right. So, and I've stuck that down. So I will pop my other piece on. it's woken up. Just line that up with the bottom. There we go. Then we get our little ID window. I did go ahead and sew the clear vinyl on prior because honestly I wasn't really thinking and I started sewing. And before I thought that actually I could do this on a live stream. Come on. As I say, I've got a whole bunch of these because I'm getting ready for a market. So it's going to be a virtual online market via Facebook on the... Oh, I've got a couple. I think the first one is on the 2nd of February. It's an anti-Valentine's market. So I'm trying to get a whole bunch of stock together ready for that. So I think I've got about 8 cut out at the moment. So we'll be working our way through those, but I'll probably only do a couple on here tonight, just because, as I say, I've had a bit of a wobbly day, so I think I'll keep it short and sweet today. Hello, Nugget. Alright, I'll get my scissors and we'll trim down this zipper tape a little bit. And because zipper tape frays, I'm just going to melt the ends of it again. First I'm doing it from this side so I can see that I don't melt the vinyl. Ask me how I know that. Okay, and then even more tape. Most projects don't involve as much tape as you've seen in my last few videos, but it is very handy. Right, where's the end of my tape gone? There it is. It's a new roll, so a little more awkward. Look, it's just settling down on his bed under my desk. I think he's getting a bit more used to this now. It's not as weird. Glad Nugget has got his photo bomb in this week. Yeah, we missed him last week. As I say, I think he's getting a bit more used to it now, so he doesn't think it's as weird that I sit here talking to myself. Right, so I've just stuck all of this together, and then we're just going to top stitch all around the bottom. And it'll be done. Or I'll still have to edge coat it, but that's a very long, boring process that you don't need to watch. Because it's literally watching paint dry. trim my threads down. And there we go, we've got our wallet. Oh, I might just want to re-go over that bit ever so slightly because I just missed my layers. So what I'll do is, actually if we start on the, I probably should have checked and trimmed it before, but I didn't. So I'm just going to take it ever so slightly closer. There we go. There we go. And then we'll just trim the edges so that they're all nice and straight. That other side I did pretty good. So we're just gonna round the corners. There we go. Perfect. We'll get the little bits out of the way. So we've got first one done. So you've got your little ID window and then just 2 card pockets and a little zipper change purse in there. So the pattern does this on with a lining, but I tend to just do it unlined because the backing of the vinyl isn't too bad. Yeah. So as I say, we've got raw edges here at the moment, but I'll just stick some edge coat around there just to make them a bit nicer, a bit more finished. So yeah, not bad. And what did that? That took us 18 minutes. So yeah, I'll probably only get another one done tonight. And I'll leave the others. You never know, I might jump on for another surprise one later in the week, but we'll see. So I'm going to sew up some little pride bats now. So they've got the little pride flags. So once again, we'll just start and I'll stitch my label on. I will put my stitch length down this time though. Just so I can get perfectly. There we go. See, that's already much better. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. I love them. They do turn out very cute. And very handy. So when you're just popping out and you only need a little bit, they work out perfectly. So I do try and do them gender neutral. Obviously the previous one was a bit more girly, but I do try to do some gender neutral ones as well because I think they work for both. I'm gonna battle all the time my threads again. Trim those off. My magnet is not staying in place today. It's frustrating. Once again, I just melt the tails so that they stick and become a nice little melted knot on the back so they don't come untied. Just do some top stitching. It's completely decorative. It doesn't really serve any purpose, but it just makes it look a bit more finished. Because it's just the one layer there, not holding anything together. It just kind of finishes the look. So. one. So this one, I'm not doing an ID window, I'm just doing a second single card slot on the back. Just because some people prefer not to have an ID window. So I like to offer both options. So for my in-stock items, I tend to do a mix of the two. But for custom items, you can choose exactly what you want. Okay, make sure my thread's nice and trimmed. And I'll do the zip first this time. Not that it doesn't make any difference whatsoever, but this is the order I'm doing this one in. Put my needle down. Make my zip pull across, and I pull the threads through. Okay. Back in the hole where we started. Perfect. And once again, pull the threads through. Nothing up. Come on, hands. Play ball. Okay. Trim my zipper tape down again. Because we don't want it getting caught in our side seam when we stitch it all down. And again, we'll just melt the ends because we don't want the zipper tape fraying over time. There we go. So then we'll get our second card slot. Going on tape. I swear 2/3 of these streams are me trying to peel double-sided tape and me trying to tie knots. There we go. That one took a while, sorry. And then again, we'll just line it up with the line I already drew. And we're just running a line of top stitching to create our first card slot. Make sure that's all nice and stuck down, and then we'll batter with some more tape. So as I say, this is all completely unlined, just so that I can get them out as quickly and as cheaply as possible, because I wanted these to be sort of a lower price point item, and so just by leaving them unlined, I can sell them like that little bit cheaper. And honestly, I really don't feel that they need it. They're just cheerful as they are. I mean, they're so small that you never see inside really anyway, so they don't need it. Right, let's pop that on there. Okay. Now we're gonna put even more tape on. And so again, I used this teeny tiny 1/8 inch tape just because it minimises the amount I'm going to stitch over, because I'm using an 8 inch seam allowance. And so hopefully the idea is that my needle's not going through all of this tape. Obviously that's all theoretical, and I do tend to sew over quite a bit of tape. But I just keep alcohol swabs on hand and give my needle a bit of a clean every so often, and I've never had any issues. There's got to be a trick to doing this. And again, we'll just fold this up as evenly as possible. Although that didn't work out so well on the last one, but we try. And then I'm just going to run my line of stitching around. Move the zipper out the way a little. There we go. Hands are not cooperating. Just so I can get in there nice and close without it being thrown off by the zipper. There we go, we caught them both on that time round. And we'll just trim these up so that they're nice and straight. There we go, that's us cutting off the tape because they're sticking to my scissors. And just round those edges. Straighten up that edge, make sure everything aligns. So we've got a nice clean edge for edge coating. There we go, we got our second one. Our pride backs with the solid backing. I know that colour's been washed out a little bit. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? So I'll just grab. I should probably learn to keep these on hand a bit more. Where am I? No. Well, I have no idea where my card blanks are to test these out. Hey ho, I'll dig those out so that we can check that they fit, but they should be plenty of room to make sure. So we've got the emo leopard print. Oh, there we go. One way time I'll work out which way I'm supposed to turn these. With then the little glitter clear vinyl there. And then the single one on the back there. And as I say, they're all unlined, but the backing of the vinyl is nice enough that it doesn't look bad. But we've been on what, just over half an hour, so I think I'm probably going to leave it there just so I can go have a bit of a rest and a lie down. But yeah, so it's a bit of a shorter one, I'm sorry, but we got 2 sewn up, and as I say, I might jump on later in the week to sew up some more because I've got a bunch all cut out ready to go here. I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more there to go. So lots of sewing to do. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm sorry it wasn't such a long one tonight, but thank you. Bye.